My name is Lucky Cabrera, and I'm the host for the Hacienda Fundraiser for the re-election of Steve McShane. And I just want to say that Steve McShane has been a longtime family friend, and we couldn't be happier to have him here. And we're glad to see that he's continuing to serve the community time and time again.
I'm Norm Hoffman. I used to be on KION, and I met Steve while I was working at the station. In fact, one of our church events, our choir church events, we went over to his house, and he had a barbecue and a big shebang at his house, and it was a lot of fun to get to know him. And so through the station and through our church, I've gotten to know Steve. He's a good, solid individual. He's got high standards for himself, and he wants those same standards for the city of Salinas. That's why I support him for city council.
I'm happy to support Councilmember McShane's re-election. Three things really occur to me when I think about Steve's time in office, and I knew him when he first got elected as the mayor and got to serve with him right at the beginning of his tenure. And what I've observed over the years is he's remained passionate, committed, and really engaged with the community, and I think that's important. The second thing that I like about Steve is, and this is important to all residents of every city, home's really important, and Steve sweats the small stuff, and that's important for a council member because folks do care about their sidewalk or their trees or speed bumps and that sort of thing, and it really is important to be attentive to your constituents' needs because home really matters, and Steve really understands that. And the third thing I like about Steve is Steve really does have a good handle on the big picture. Salinas is a city that has a lot of opportunities, and Steve understands that, and I've really appreciated his support for ag tech and some of the economic development initiatives that have been going on for a number of years. He understands you have to be patient, but he understands you have to plant a flag and bet on the future, because a community that is not expanding economic opportunities is not going to have the resources it needs to meet the challenges of the future. But he also rolls up his sleeves and gets involved in the big issues and really tries to make a difference structurally, which is how you have to tackle some of the current issues like homelessness and housing. So for those three reasons, I'm really very, very pleased to support Steve for his re-election, and I'm confident he'll be successful.
I've known Steve McShane a long time. Steve has been an advocate for his members of his community, not alone in his district, but in the entire city. He cares about what goes on here. He cares about what happens with our youth. He cares about the violence. He cares about the homes. He cares about the homeless issues. And we have a lot of issues to address. And he gives himself 100% to that job, as well as support his family at the same time. Now that he's got a wife and a new baby, he still hasn't backed down on how much he gives back to this community. And I think his re-election is almost something that should be assured in this community, because if you want somebody that's going to represent the people that live in South Salinas as well as the rest of the community, he's the guy we have to keep re-elected, because he cares about what goes on here and what the important stuff is. And I think we need to keep pushing for him to be the representative in District 3. Because as the mayor, it's always good to have somebody that supports you. And he has been one of the strong supporters of me as the mayor when we get a lot of good accomplishments in this city. And that's what really counts, is his positive role as a leader in our community.